And it's the most beautiful time, the most wonderful time, the most magical time of the week. New Comic Book Day! For me, New Comic Book Day comes almost 7 hours late. Normally I get my mail in the morning, so I have all of Friday basically to read comics. And instead, it is just about 5 o'clock in the evening. So, and they just got here. So it'll be a challenge to read my books. But hey, whatever. Let's look at books. Hardback. How to Talk to Girls by Neil Gaiman, Fabio Moon, and Gabriel Bra. Art alone will make it worthwhile. And of course, that Neil Gaiman guy, he isn't no slouch when it comes to writing. So super excited to break that open, check that out and read that. It should be lots of fun. This is telling me that I have 21 comics this week. That's counting that trade, so 20 singles. This is my light week now, right? As it have been. Of course, now that I'm here on camera, I can't get the package to open because they got a little carried away with the tape. Let's see what we got here. Get that out of the way. What do we got? De-Evolution, issue number 5. This might be the last issue. Rick Remender book has been pretty good. All in all, for what it is, art's been fabulous in it. It's got kind of a heavy metal-esque style to it and feel of the story. Ooh. Oh, there it is. There it is. Issue number 50 of The Sixth Gun. The last issue. It is massive. It is 60-some pages. $10 book, but it'll be well worth it. Even wearing my Sixth Gun shirt today in honor of that. Super excited to read that. That's going to be top of the list. Clean Room, issue number 9. Issue number 9. Big cliffhanger in the last issue. Look forward to seeing what happens with that. BPRD, Hell on Earth, issue 142. I think this is the final kind of this mini story of our ghost hunter that we have here. She's been kind of interesting. Curious to see how that squares away. Mike Norton, Dave Stewart, art duties on that. Titans Rebirth, as we roll into more of the Rebirth books. I'm kind of interested in this. Artist Booth and Rapland, I'm not super excited by their artwork, so we'll see how that all plays out for me. Final issue of the Swamp Thing of this 6-issue miniseries. I love the art. Glad this is over, though. I have not been a fan of the Len Wein writing, but man, that art is really cool. Really cool. Really kind of excited to read this. This is Superman. This is the Rebirth issue number 1. Of course, we have Peter Tomasi on it, Patrick Gleason, Gray doing the inks. This is basically the rock stars that were on Batman and Robin in the 52, moving over to do Superman. So excited to see what that ends up being like. Final issue of Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death. This has been, not been really hit and miss. Aspects of it have been good. Aspects of it haven't been. I like the character and want to see more of the character. Just maybe not this. That is a weird kind of costume they have her in there. I don't know. New Suicide Squad. I believe this is the last issue. This is issue 21. This is the Seeley run. Different artist on it, I think. It says Ferreira, but I don't know how much Ferreira is doing the artwork in the interiors. But yeah, excited to see how that ends. I think this is the final issue of my Patsy Walker, a.k.a. Hellcat. We'll see how this issue goes back with the regular artist in the book. I just didn't care for the last issue. It was just a little... The book is fun and it's cute, but the last issue was a little too cute and it just didn't play well. So, yeah, we'll see. I've got a book that I plan on replacing that with. That'll be some fun. Kind of along the same lines, but not. So, different company. Let's open up the other bunch here and see what my other bunch of books is. I didn't really pay close attention as to what I was getting. Kloss, issue number 6 of 7. I thought this was originally going to be 6 issues. Anyway, penultimate issue. Ooh, that is some awesome art on that cover. Dan Mora rocking the art on this. So reading A Christmas Story, and it is, 4 days from the first day of summer. Always fun. Lazarus, issue number 22. Lazarus is finally back. Super stoked to see where this story goes and what this is all about with the massive reveal on issue 21 of this book. Super excited to see what is next for this world forever and whatever else is there. Lucifer, issue number 7. Love that cover. That's a cool cover. I'm looking to see real quick. I don't think that's a Dave Johnson cover. I don't think it's a Dave Johnson cover. Or like it. Dave Johnson's been doing the covers for most of these. Love all that kind of weird tentacles and whatnot. And Lucifer there in front. Pretty sharp looking. Like it, even with it being orange. Low. This is issue number 14. I'm curious to see if we go... I think we're back on Earth. I think this, at least by what the cover shows, we're going to be back on Earth. And I'm curious to see, up on the surface. So I'm curious to see what that all ends up being like. Brilliant book. I really love that book. Green Lanterns, issue number 1. So this is the official number 1, not the rebirth issue. Curious to see what goes on with these characters. Looking forward to seeing a fully Humphreys written story. To see where these two lanterns, how they work out, and whether or not a Green Lantern book is going to work for me. Here is Green Arrow, issue number 1. A different cover. I saw a cover that showed Green Arrow diving forward and shooting arrows and stuff. That cover looked pretty cool. This cover kind of falls into that category of covers I actually really don't care for, where you just got too much stuff kind of going on the cover. But excited to see what this ends up being like. Seeing if Percy can actually write if he's got the chains unleashed from him and he can write an interesting story with Green Arrow or not. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to checking that out. I think one of the few other Marvel books I got this week. Black Widow, issue number 4. This has kind of been a masterclass in Samney art storytelling. The art really is the one that's been moving the story forward. Less to do with the dialogue, but it has been really enjoyable. So curious to see how that ends up working out. Here we go. Batman issue number 1. King writing it now. This is be officially full King issue. No Snyder influence. Well, there might be Snyder influence, but it doesn't have Snyder's words there. So excited to see what this ends up being like. David Finch on art. We all know I'm not a super big fan of Finch. I mean, look at that girl's face. It looks like every other girl's face that Finch has ever drawn. But I do think he does a really good Batman. So we'll see how that all works out. If I can tolerate that style of art with what I'm hoping is going to be excellent writing. And almost last, we have Astro City issue number 36. More of the Jack in the Box stories, which I love that character. I'm interested in that character. So kind of cool to be picking these back up in singles again. All part of a Vertigo bundle. I get the books at 50% off if I buy in the bundle. So I end up with a book that normally I wouldn't get. Actually, there's a couple books that I would. One book I would have dropped by now, and this book, but yeah. So this has actually been a pleasant surprise. And finally, this time around, it is Pencilhead, issue number 5. Never Say Die is the title of this issue. The mostly true 5-issue series about the whacked out world of comic books. Really curious to see what his final statement is on all the comics and stuff in this issue. Anyway, I'm going to cut this really short now, close to under 10 minutes, so I can start reading my books because I got a lot to read before Comic Roundtable. So I'll see you at Comic Roundtable. Have a great one, everybody.